Alright guys, this is it. The big surprise. Bike number 2. It is a 2012 Triumph Thruxton 900 electronic fuel injection, EFI for short. I wanted a second bike that was very different than the S1000R, and I would say that this thing delivers. Look at that view and the power plant. But let's get back to the bike. So yeah, it's a 2012. It's got just under 6,000 miles on it. I bought it from a guy in Redondo Beach. He was the original owner. He rode it for a couple years, and then his wife jumped on the back a couple of times and realized that she loved riding in the back. And they wanted to go on tours, and he decided that this wasn't big enough. This guy has dropped $6,000 into modifications on it. Over half the cost of the original bike, and I got to reap the rewards. The guy had money, didn't really care about the loss he took, and I took advantage of an opportunity that I saw. So, like I said, I wanted something different than the S1000R, and I'd say this thing delivers. Don't need anything any faster than the S1000R, and I wanted something that was more of a cafe racer look, kind of a cruiser, but still fun with some get up at the same time, that I can putt around town. I'll still, of course, take the S1000R on any long-term trips, and probably most of the riding that I do will, in the canyon carving and so forth, I'll stay on the BMW, but just for putting around the beach or whatever, this may be my go-to. It's nice to have an option. So this guy did so many mods, I can't even remember them. So let me pull out my little piece of paper here where I have it written down. So first off, I'll put all the stock specs up right here for this bike. Okay, so first things first. The stock displacement for this bike is 865 cc's, and he bored it out to 904. It's got a new head. It's got the Power Commander 5 on it. Those of you don't know, and I don't fully understand it either, but it has something to do with the regulation between fuel and air. It basically increases horsepower and delivers larger amounts of fuel. Decreasing fuel economy, but I don't give a shit. It's got an air box eliminator on it. He put the Dominator pipes on it, and let me tell you, it sounds awesome, and I'll start it up here for you in a minute. Of course, fender eliminator kit, and that's the British Customs fender eliminator kit. It looks pretty good. Let's see. Hagen rear shocks. So he redid the entire suspension. So the Hagen rear shocks in the back. 520 chain conversion kits. So it's not the stock chain. It's gold, although I just lubed it last night, so it's got kind of the lube all over it, but it's gold, as you can see. Let's see here. Fork gaiters, no big deal. That's just an aesthetic thing here. Make it look older, like a more old school bike. The British Customs, I think it's pronounced Lhasa handlebars. So on the stock handlebars, I think they just go straight across here. And this actually gives it a slightly more aggressive stance. It U's out and then comes in. I'm probably slightly more leaned over than I am on the S1000R. I rode this thing all day yesterday, and I was a little bit sore towards the end of the day, but they look so good, I think I'm just going to leave it. And like I said, I'm never going to do any long-term trips on this. This is just for cruising around. What else? Let's see. Performance grips. I'm not sure what the make is, but he put some aftermarket grips here. They're good. British Custom seats. This one isn't so good for riding 2 up, but for now I'll leave it. The only bummer about it is that with this aftermarket British Custom seat, the cowl that I do have doesn't fit on it. So, and that kind of adds to the look of it. So I'm not sure what I want to do. I've heard the stock seats on these things are pretty uncomfortable, so I probably will just leave it as is. Let's see. Oh, Pazzo levers, right here. These are the same I have on the S1000R, so I'm pretty used to those already. The Triumph low profile mirrors, those aren't stock. I think those come normally on the Street Triple. I'm not sure. The Joker sprocket cover, right there. I think that's really more for just appearance, and it does look cool. It looks like a big metal ear. Let's see. Seat bolt extenders, just quick release for the seat. That's no big deal. The headlight, oh, and I'll turn that on for you now. Let me get my old keys out here. He left the halogen light in there, but what he did is around it, he put a ring of, it's so bright you probably can't see it, but there's a ring of LEDs on both sides, which adds enormous amount of brightness to it. I don't know if you can make that out. Let me see if I can get the shadow so you can see. The sun's shining directly on it, so that might not show up, but trust me, it looks badass. And that's it. That's it for the aftermarket stuff. So parts and labor, about $6K, and I took the benefits of it. So there it is, my big surprise, 2012 Triumph Thruxton 900. Beautiful. I love it. Let's start it up, shall we? Here, I'm going to turn on the exterior mic so you can hear it. Let me give it a couple revs. So there you go. I don't know how good that exhaust note's going to come through with the GoPro mic, but I assure you it sounds awesome. So I hope this adds variety to my channel. I'm pretty pumped about it. Hope you guys like the bike. If you guys have any questions about it or there's anything left out that you want to know, just leave a comment about it and I will get back to you. And now I'm going to ride off into the sunset. Goodbye.